the rest of it. Ooh. This is a little bit different than a normal steel shaft. You can go in with the drill and you can just try and clear out all this graphite. It's a more time-consuming process. It's also a lot riskier. You can damage the hosel. So we have a lovely tool here. Got a nice piece of threading on here. As we get it installed, this is going to act like a second piece of shaft. Get a skinny drill bit, work out a bit of the dried epoxy, then see it coming out of there. Start working this down inside. You just want to apply some pressure. So we're at our shaft extractor. We're just going to tighten this down on top of the bar surface to push up against the hosel so we don't make any marks on there. Propane torch here, we're just going to apply some heat. You only need about 5 or 10 seconds. Now we're going to just start applying some pressure. Slides right off. Just want to clear out all this excess material that's at the bottom. We've got our wire brush here. Work that around, a little bit of acetone on it. Anytime you're gluing anything, you want as clean of a surface as you can. Got an MCA OTI 75. This is a parallel shaft, 2 inches off the shaft. A nice, clean, even cut. So we're gonna go ahead and prep the tip section of the shaft. I always like to have the head right here on hand so I can check the depth. Heavy grit sandpaper belt. This is graphite, so you've got to be delicate. You don't want to apply too much pressure. We're just trying to take the paint off. To make nice even turns with this, you don't want a flat spot. Shave it down too much and it's going to be problematic. So I want to check it inside of our hosel there. That's a good amount of over prep. 264.5. We're going to just take one of our small brass 2-gram tip weights. We're just going to cut this pretty much in half until we get it to match the head weight that we need. 265.5, so we've just got to knock off 0.2, 265.3, that's the number we're looking for. We've got our DPA 10 epoxy here, put a tiny little bit of shafting beads, apply some epoxy down in the hosel. We want to be pretty liberal with this. This is just so we can slide the ferrule on over top. Ferrule slides on very nicely. Apply a little bit more to the shaft, tiny little bit down the inside of the shaft so this tip weight doesn't come loose. Just kind of roll it around in the epoxy so it doesn't want to rattle or vibrate. And we'll just kind of press it in, insert it down into the hosel. You always want to twist this thing, make sure we smear all that epoxy around. Pure for our customer, so we're going to follow that silver Sharpie line. Just going to tap this down. Quick wipes just to make sure this doesn't dry on our shaft. Sanding belt. It's basically made of felt, going to shave down this little bit of plastic so it's nice and flush with the hosel. Take a little bit of acetone on one of our wipes. Polish up that ferrule. Couple passes on here. Cut this at 37.5. Nice smooth cut all the way around. Put this in our clamp. Want to make sure that face is nice and square. We're going to get 1 wrap of double-sided tape. Smooth this out so you don't have any bumps. Our grip solvent here. Just going to fill up the grip. Going to slosh this around. Slide that on over top. Put on the final touch, our True Spec Pure sticker. All right, she's all set and ready to go back out to the customer.